And we're back, folks. Thank you for continuing to watch GameSpot's coverage live from Comic-Con 2011. Now, we've had a bunch of big names on the show already today, and here is another one, the Resistance franchise, one of the big first-person shooter flagship franchises for Sony. I've got Marcus Smith from Insomniac here to talk about Resistance 3, and I'm very excited about it. Marcus, welcome.
Chris, thank you so much.
Really glad to have you on here. Resistance is one of my favorite franchises.
Cool.
And Resistance 3, Sean McInnes, one of our editors, has seen it a couple times, talked about it a lot, and he just is piquing my interest in it now.
All right.
So for folks who, give folks a Resistance 3 overview. Where are we at in the series? Give them a starting off point if they maybe don't know where we're at.
Sure. Well, if you've never played Resistance before, it's a game that takes place on Earth, an alternate history, 1957. Mm-hmm. But aliens have taken over the Earth, basically by a virus. They're turning humans into this alien virus.
Nasty.
It's disgusting. You don't want to be a part of it. No. So Resistance 3 picks up where Resistance 2 left off 4 years after the fact.
Okay.
So we step forward in time. What we're seeing right now is a little bit of gameplay from an area in St. Louis that we haven't really shown. And the weapon you just saw there was the Atomizer.
Wow. That is like pulling dudes from all parts of the map. And
it'll drag them in. You can see them kicking and screaming. And
you shotgun them for good.
And then, just because you're feeling lucky. That's the Atomizer alt fire is super cool. That thing will light up an area.
And you say alt fire right there. And this is one of the key things about the Resistance franchise, folks, is in addition to a very creative array of weapons, they each have an alt fire that's very tactically different.
Yes.
And so you said that was the alt fire for the Atomizer. Give the contrast. That one is shoot this node and it pulls dudes in.
Yeah, it's like an energy-based weapon. Its primary fire is it shoots a beam and it will disintegrate guys as you get near them. The alt fire is that orb that will suck guys in and spin them around and give them and all the fun stuff that you want in a weapon.
Boy, do they give. You guys are M for mature in a big
That's
way
right.
Here.
Yeah, we're trying to make sure that we get that M rating.
Yeah.
You can see there in the footage the carbine returns, but there's an upgrade. It's got the bayonet, which is a really effective melee weapon.
Oh, nice.
And all of the weapons not only have the alt fire, but they also have upgrades.
Ooh, there it is.
They have.
Oh, so they have upgrades.
Yes.
That's a new Resistance.
Right. So every weapon has a upgrade for its primary and its secondary. So you're going to be upgrading the weapons as you use them, which is even more destructive.
Now, can we talk for a minute about one of my favorite weapons?
Sure.
The Magnum.
Oh, yes.
Now, this is no mere Magnum that shoots big old caliber bullets.
Right.
The bullets themselves are remote detonated mines, and so you shoot a dude in the leg, and you wing him, but he's still coming at you, and then you just go click.
Bam.
Boom.
That's right. So it's a super effective weapon, especially if you get a bunch of guys together. You send one guy in with a tag on him and explode. It's very satisfying. And as I say, there's an upgrade for that as well. So one of the things that'll happen is the upgraded Magnum, when the tags split off, they'll go in a lot of different directions, so that when you explode them, it's like a swath of destruction.
Oh, good Lord, that sounds wonderful. Cool. All right. So you're playing as a human. You are resisting the alien onslaught, but you are not alone, and we saw another character there running with you.
Yeah, so one of the things we wanted to show in Resistance 3 is, it's kind of a road journey. You're starting off in Oklahoma, you're moving to New York, and all along the way you're going to meet sort of these survivor groups that all of them illustrate a different facet of humanity and how they're holding up. So in St. Louis, what you see there is this young group of rebels that are they're fighting back. They're not just sitting still and hiding. They're really taking it to them. That's right.
Yeah.
These guys are like the Wolverines of our world. So when you meet up with them, they're pretty excited to meet somebody like you, who's such a hardened fighter with an arsenal of crazy weapons and everything.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, wouldn't you?
Are there other factions that are just in their enclave somewhere, really just trying to lay low?
So actually, when you start out, Joseph Capelli was the character that you're playing. He was a highly trained military guy, and he kind of realized how futile it was to fight back because the military is just getting wiped out left and right. So
because he was around for the first two Resistance games.
He was around. He knows how bad it gets.
Yeah.
So he basically is with his family and friends in a small town, and they're hiding out. That's how they survive, is they stay underground, literally having tunnels underneath the city in the town. And then as you progress through the journey, you'll meet a bunch of different people who are surviving in a lot of different ways. Not always good.
Not always good.
Yeah.
Hard times.
Hard times.
Make hard decisions.
That's right.
So we're checking out the footage you have brought here, and there's that delightful atomizer again.
It just keeps on giving.
Now, what we're seeing here is mostly single player.
That's right.
But Resistance is not only about single player.
Yes. Well, and not only do we have single player, we have co-op through the single player campaign. So
Throughout the whole thing.
Through the whole thing, and you can play split screen together on the couch or online co-op all the way through the campaign.
2 players?
2 players.
Cool.
And then our multiplayer, we've gone a little bit different for Resistance, where we've brought the player count down considerably, because we used to be known for our huge player counts.
Like really a lot.
A lot.
160?
No, there was 60 for Resistance
60,
2.
yeah,
30 on 30. But what we found was with a lot of people, you have to tell everyone what to do at any given moment. And a lot of times we found that people were having to run across the map to get into the action, and then when you die right away, it's kind of not as satisfying.
Yay, more running.
Yay! So we wanted to make our maps a lot tighter. We wanted to make sure that people can get in quick. And really, if you kill someone, or if you're killed by someone, we want you to be able to find that person and kind of get your retribution. So one of the things that we're doing too to give you more player choice is we have, in addition to all these weapons that you can choose to your loadout, we also have a lot of abilities that go with it. So on your D-pad left and right, you can activate these different abilities. So you can play, it kind of cater to your play style. So if you're somebody who likes to support your team, you can throw down an ammo beacon, which is going to give you ammunition as well as your teammates. And we have a bunch of crazy abilities go along.
Now
with
that sounds sort of, the ammo beacon struck a chord with me, because Resistance 2 had that dynamite co-op mode where you would sort of run these instances with, 3 different classes of character.
That's right.
The co-op in Resistance 3 is obviously the full campaign.
Yeah.
But you sort of are continuing a little bit of that dynamic is sort of preserved. Maybe?
Yeah. What we wanted to do is, what we really liked about our co-op was that people like playing specific roles, but we didn't want you to be just tied down with that. So when you're playing the game now, you'll be able to buy abilities that kind of cater to that. So again, if you want to be a support guy, you'll get the support abilities. If you're sort of a medic healer guy, you'll get the medic healer guy thing. So it's like soft classes.
Now, when you say buy, is that I start up a match through my in-game actions, I'm earning that currency?
Correct.
And then you are sort of, as the match goes on, you're getting more powerful. Your enemies are getting more powerful.
You're unlocking it as you go, and that way you're not just inundated from the very beginning with just like too many options. It's like you learn baby steps, and then once you're a few levels in, you're like, I'm an expert. I'm gonna cater to my play style.
You're gonna go for go for that one every time. And
not only that, but you can change the loadout at any time. So if there is a guy who keeps killing you, we show you what he has, and there are counters to every ability as well. So you might want to change your load up after you've died a few times and go after that guy.
A little more strategic.
A lot more strategic.
There.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's really a lot of fun.
Yeah. Now, Resistance 3. So this. To go back to the single player for a second, this is a grim tale. America is like really well and truly screwed at this point. People are clinging to hope here and there, but this series has always been kind of bleak. And are you guys, you're running with that right through Resistance 3, right?
Yeah, I think Resistance 3 really is the pinnacle of bleakness, I guess we'd say. From the very beginning, we were saying thematically we wanted to be kind of like The Road meets District 9. And the exotic weaponry of District 9 meets that grim, kind of grounded, horrible background.
So you realize that, like, really, every step along the way, like, you're not getting, things aren't getting better.
Yeah, and you're the hero of the game, so you're the one who's bringing hope to everybody along the way. I will say it's not as bleak as The Road. That was a bleak story.
Yes, that novel or movie, if you folks have experienced that.
Yeah, I still haven't seen the movie because I read the book.
Yep, I'm the same way actually. The book was fine for me.
That's enough. Yeah.
But maybe if it had alien weaponry, it would be a different story.
Exactly. If you were able to just take out the hillbilly cannibals, it'd be a whole different story.
So Resistance 3, all right. Now we've given people a good idea of what to expect from the game.
Sure.
What's something? Just give us one more tidbit. Something that really lights your fire about this game. Something you're really excited to get out there for folks.
Well, I'm a real sucker for immersive games. I really like spending a lot of time in exploring and finding all the nooks and crannies that developers put in. And we spent a lot of time and effort putting in nooks and crannies with just little tidbits, and you know, we've got the audio journals and text journals returning.
Yep.
But we also have a lot of people in this world, so it feels a lot more lived in, and you get a
nice.
sense of how everybody's living. So that to me is the thing that was sort of most speculative for us, and I think we really pulled it out, I guess.
And in Resistance 2, you're reminding me now, one of the things I really liked was the radio show. And that was like
right.
a little tidbit, but you come across the radio, this lonely guy broadcasting,
That's right.
and like his progression of going from like plucky, trying to tough it out to
Exactly.
like it's over. It was heartbreaking.
Yeah,
and so
it was really good.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys have in store, and I know a lot of folks out there are as well. When is Resistance 3 coming out?
September 6th. It's
6th?
just around the corner.
That's
it's
like a month
right
and a
around
half
the corner.
from
I know.
now.
It's very exciting.
Chomping at the bit, man.
All right,
really,
cool.
thank you so much for bringing it by,
Thank you,
Marcus.
really
It was a
appreciate
pleasure
it.
to have you here.
Thank you very much, and hope you survive Comic-Con.